Chapter 1: The Struggle of Quitting Smoking. Have you ever wondered why quitting smoking is such a tough battle? It's a question that millions grapple with every day. The struggle to quit smoking is a complex one, often filled with various obstacles and challenges. It's a journey that isn't just about overcoming a physical addiction, but also about navigating emotional and psychological battles. Let's start by acknowledging that nicotine, the addictive substance in cigarettes, hooks you not just physically, but mentally as well. It's no secret that nicotine is one of the most addictive substances out there. This is why quitting can feel like such an uphill battle. The physical withdrawal symptoms can be intense and uncomfortable, but they are only one piece of the puzzle. There's also the psychological aspect to consider. The act of smoking can be deeply ingrained in your daily routines and social interactions. It can serve as a coping mechanism for stress or a way to celebrate good times. Breaking these habits and associations can be just as challenging, if not more so, than battling physical cravings. Then there's the emotional component. Feelings of guilt, shame, or frustration often accompany attempts to quit. You might feel guilty for not being able to quit on your first, second, or even 10th try. Or you might feel shame for being weak or lacking willpower. These negative emotions can make the journey even tougher, leading to feelings of hopelessness and self-doubt. However, the importance of motivation in this process cannot be understated. It's the driving force that keeps you going despite the challenges. Traditional motivation might involve focusing on the health benefits of quitting or the harm smoking is causing to your body. But what if there was a different kind of motivation, one that might seem a bit dark, that could help you in your journey to quit smoking? Chapter 2: Understanding Dark Motivation. What is dark motivation, and how can it help you quit smoking? As paradoxical as it may sound, the idea behind dark motivation lies in harnessing the power of negative emotions or experiences to fuel positive change. It's about using the dark to find the light. In the context of quitting smoking, dark motivation might mean leveraging feelings of guilt, shame, or fear surrounding tobacco use to motivate oneself to quit. Let's break it down. Dark motivation isn't about wallowing in negativity. Instead, it's about acknowledging these feelings, understanding them, and then using them as a catalyst for change. For instance, the guilt of exposing loved ones to secondhand smoke, or the fear of tobacco-related health issues can be potent motivators to quit smoking. However, it's crucial to remember that dark motivation isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. What may work for one person may not necessarily work for another. It's a deeply personal journey that requires introspection and self-awareness. It's about finding what drives you, even if it stems from a place of darkness. One of the main advantages of dark motivation is that it can provide a unique form of encouragement. While positive reinforcement is essential, the fear of negative outcomes can sometimes be a stronger driving force. It's like a wake-up call, a reality check that shakes us out of complacency and motivates us to take action. But here's the thing: dark motivation isn't about punishing yourself or dwelling on past mistakes. It's about turning negatives into positives, about transforming the dark into a beacon of light that guides you towards a healthier, smoke-free life. Remember, quitting smoking isn't easy, but it's definitely worth it. And sometimes it's the darkest moments that can lead us towards the brightest futures. Now, let's hear from some individuals who have used dark motivation to quit smoking. Chapter 3: Success Stories of Quitting Smoking with Dark Motivation. Meet John and Lisa, two individuals who've successfully quit smoking using dark motivation. John had been a chain smoker for over 20 years. He tried to quit smoking multiple times, using all the traditional methods, but without success. Then he discovered dark motivation. He began to visualize the potential negative outcomes of his habit, the health issues, the financial burden, the impact on his family. This dark picture of his future became a powerful motivator. He used it to fuel his desire to quit, and it worked. Today, John is proud to say he's been smoke-free for over 2 years. His journey wasn't easy, but he found that embracing the darkness, rather than running from it, gave him the strength to overcome his addiction. Now, let's turn our attention to Lisa. Lisa was a social smoker, lighting up only when she was around friends or during stressful moments at work. But gradually, she realized that she was becoming dependent on cigarettes, and it scared her. She decided to use dark motivation to help her quit. She thought about the potential harm she was inflicting on her body, the possibility of developing lung cancer or heart disease, and the risk of becoming a statistic. She also considered the negative impact her smoking could have on her loved ones. These dark thoughts served as a wake-up call, pushing her to quit smoking for good. Lisa realized that her smoking was not just a personal issue, but a societal one as well. She saw how her actions were contributing to a larger problem, and she didn't want to be a part of that anymore. So she made a change. It's been over a year since Lisa had her last cigarette, and she credits dark motivation for her success. Both John and Lisa's stories highlight the power of dark motivation in quitting smoking. It's about harnessing the fear, the negative potential outcomes of smoking, and using them as a driving force towards a healthier future. But remember, every journey is unique, and what worked for John and Lisa might not work for everyone. It's about finding what motivates you, what drives you to want to change. Dark motivation is just one tool in a vast toolbox of strategies to quit smoking. And let's not forget, quitting smoking is a significant achievement, one that takes courage, determination, and perseverance. It's a journey filled with challenges, but it's also unfilled. With rewards, better health, increased longevity, improved quality of life, and a sense of accomplishment. These stories show us that quitting smoking is possible, even when using unconventional methods like dark motivation. So, whether you're a chain smoker like John or a social smoker like Lisa, remember, it's never too late to quit. And when you do, you'll be joining the ranks of countless others who've successfully treaded the path to a smoke-free life. Chapter 4: Key Takeaways and Strategies for Quitting Smoking. So, what can we learn from these stories of dark motivation? Well, first off, we've seen that dark motivation, drawing strength from negative emotions or experiences, can be a powerful tool in the journey to quit smoking. It's about harnessing the energy from difficult emotions, such as fear or regret, and using it as fuel to propel you forward. But remember, it's not about dwelling in negativity. It's about transforming it into a force for positive change. In the stories we've heard, we've seen that personal motivation plays a crucial role. Whether it's wanting to lead a healthier life, be a role model for your children, or simply reclaim control over your choices, finding your why can be a game changer. It's the reason you'll choose to say no to a cigarette during a moment of temptation. So, take some time to reflect on what your reasons might be. Now, on to the strategies. The individuals we interviewed didn't just rely on willpower. They used a combination of strategies and supports. Some found it helpful to gradually reduce their tobacco intake, while others found it more effective to quit cold turkey. Many used nicotine replacement therapies, like patches or gums, to manage withdrawal symptoms. One strategy that stood out was creating a smoke-free environment. This could mean avoiding places where you used to smoke, or even asking friends or family members not to smoke around you. It's about changing your surroundings to support your decision to quit. Another key takeaway is the importance of seeking support. Whether it's from a healthcare professional, a support group, or loved ones, having people to lean on can make a world of difference. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. Finally, fostering self-compassion was a common theme. Quitting smoking is tough, and there will likely be setbacks. But rather than beating yourself up, treat these moments as opportunities to learn and grow. Be kind to yourself throughout this journey. Remember, your journey to quitting smoking is unique, and it's about finding what works best for you. Chapter 5: The Road to a Smoke-Free Life. Quitting smoking isn't easy, but it's worth it. It's a commitment to prioritize your health and well-being over a fleeting satisfaction. This path may seem daunting, but remember, every journey begins with a single step. Surround yourself with supportive people who understand your struggle and can provide reassurance when the going gets tough. Explore a variety of methods to quit smoking, be it nicotine replacement therapy or counseling, and find what resonates with you. Keep in mind, this is not a race, but a journey. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, and it's perfectly okay to stumble and fall along the way. What matters is that you pick yourself up and keep going. Remember, the road to a smoke-free life is paved with resilience, and even the smallest steps forward count. Your road to a tobacco-free life starts today. Embrace your unique journey, and remember, even the darkest motivations can lead to the brightest outcomes.